Hello, everyone. So happy to have you here today. My name is Megan McCann, and for the next 10 to 15 minutes, I am going to be introducing and interviewing this beautiful lady who is one of our international speakers who will be flying in from, you're in Romania now, right?
Yes.
She is a self-esteem coach, a speaker, an author, a journalist, an entrepreneur. She does so many amazing things in her business. And I am so happy to have you here today. So thank you for being here, Alex.
And thank you so much for the invite. I'm so excited. And it's really, really awesome how we can connect just across the world.
I know. I was just thinking that it's wild because, those of you that are watching right now are watching the online summit series we have with all of our speakers. But we also have an in-person event series. And the amazing thing is, due to technology, Elisa and I, my co-host, we have been able to connect with women from all over the globe. And we have a common theme of being aligned in mission, in purpose, and really wanting to be an agent of change through our own business. And I know that you do that with what you do, Alex. So would you mind sharing with us a little bit about how you got started as an entrepreneur? And then another thing I would love for you to dive into is the word impressivity, because I know this word has been so huge for what you do. So go ahead and take it away, sister.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. And yeah, I'd love to share a little bit about how I started because it has been such a journey. And to be honest, I still can't believe it because I started out as an entrepreneur this year in February. So it's really recent. In 2019, there's going to be 1 year of being an entrepreneur because I was always working and I worked in press, in publishing, and in corporations, in marketing agencies. But somehow there was something creative in me that I always wanted to do more. So I started in parallel a fashion blog. And it was interesting because that was my corner where I could just write about stuff from everything that I was doing. And of course, it evolved from fashion into relationships, traveling. It was just a little bit like my diary, my online diary.
Oh, I love that.
And it was really interesting because then when I went into a very tough time in my life and I realized that I was feeling very disconnected with what I was doing in my job, the relationships that I was having, and I was getting into this thing of where am I, who am I, what is the meaning of life, and I started having panic attacks. So I ended up going to therapy because I realized I need help. So in therapy, I was so lucky because I got to discover the power of writing. So I was already passionate to write for myself and for the blog, but my therapist suggested some writing exercises. So basically from one session to another, I had a homework. So that would keep me on track, and that completely changed my life. So I'm really grateful for having discovered that writing has therapeutic benefits. And after that, I started going more into personal development and doing all this research around it. I started doing interviews with people who already were studying the power of writing. And that's when I came with the idea of writing a book about writing.
A book about writing. I love that.
Yeah.
To me, it makes so much sense. I would love to read a book about how to write a book.
That's fabulous. You see, for me, that was like, oh my God, how did I not think of it? Because I loved the process of writing, of course, and just the writing itself was so therapeutic for me, and sharing my story was really, really powerful. And then in February, I published the book, and I had it launched in the UK and in Romania. And it was just fabulous. From there on, everything in terms of combining the personal development journey with writing and the tools for how to use pen and paper in order to discover who you are and to heal yourself, this has been amazing. And the reason why I also chose to go down the self-esteem route was because it was so close to my heart, because everything that has happened was around my self-esteem. The reason why I felt so disconnected at that point was because my self-esteem was so low and I didn't know how to handle it. I didn't know that what was the reason why I got there. So when I started working and healing everything around that, I started to see the change. So it was really, really important for me to share that and to give back to other women. So for me, that is what is the basis of what constitutes impressivity in a woman. Because going now into the word impressivity, this is what I love to talk about and to share with people around the world and with my clients, how to live their impressivity. Because, okay, impressivity is not a word.
First of all, I love that you made up your own word.
Oh, thank you.
No, it's amazing because it's so outside of the box. And that's the essence of soul success, is to own who you are. And if you don't like the rules around you, you make your own rules. You make shit up and you do what works for you. And I'm so inspired by that, because I've never heard of anybody ever making up their own word for their business. And I think that's amazing. We need to add it to the dictionary.
Absolutely. I am a big ambassador for that. So let's do it. I don't know whether we have to get signatures, petitions. I don't know what.
We maybe need to find connections at Webster's dictionary or something.
Yeah. I'm sure we just have to put our intention and it will definitely happen. And the thing is that when I came up with this word, and that this was 5 or 6 years ago when I started my blog, and I was just feeling that nothing out there was representing me, and I spent 2 weeks brainstorming, and I was waking up at night just putting ideas on paper until I got to impressivity, because it was about the impressions that we can make about the world around us. And it's important because we as human beings, each of us are having a certain perception about what's surrounding us, and that is the impression that we make, and we are also allowed to express our impressions. So for me, that is the essence of impressivity, and it has been a journey to go through the whole expression of impressivity, from fashion to traveling and all that. But now it is exactly what my coaching business is about. It's about living your impressivity, because we are all impressive. We all have that potential inside of us. It's just about bringing it all up from our self-love and self-esteem, and bringing it to the surface to actually step into that power and live our impressivity. So it's just it's the perfect definition.
I love that. And, and I think it's so important that we give people permission to tell their story, because I know for me, it's so comfortable to just kind of hide in a corner and to listen to other people's stories and let them do their thing. And I had to do a lot of deep work and healing to really own my story and not be ashamed of it, but actually be proud of who I am. And I feel like that's so much to being a journalist, to being a speaker, an author, a person of influence, is to own your story and not have to apologize for it. That's what that word means to me.
Yes, that's really beautiful. And honestly, it's exactly, about owning and being authentic and owning that authenticity, because you never know who might be inspired by your own story. So for me, that was the thing that really got me to have the courage to share my story and to share this message. Because, of course, at first I thought, oh, I don't want to be vulnerable and just put myself out there. And then, I thought, wait a minute, there are so many other people, and especially women, who are just not, who are keeping their voices low and who are not sharing just because they're afraid. So it's just the time to show that we're not alone, and we are all going through similar stuff, and we are there for each other.
I love that. That's beautiful. Awesome. Thank you so much. So Alex, you are a selected speaker for the Soul Success Summit in Santa Barbara this spring. And I can't wait to meet you in person, and
I can't wait either.
And have you speak in front of our amazing community of soul sisters in success. So if you would like to join Alex in Santa Barbara, you can enter her code and get $100 off. It's Alexandra Badita. Would you mind spelling that?
AlexandraBadita.
Awesome. And so the Soul Success Summit is really a weekend for high vibe women who are wanting to find their tribe, their community, and not only that, but really get really connected to their voice and their story. So the weekend is going to consist of, I'm going to be teaching yoga, meditation, mindset, and we have female speakers from all over the world who are flying in that are top experts in their industry, and they're going to share with you some of the key things that got them to where they are today. And what makes this summit different from any other summit is it really has the retreat type experience. We have a cap to the amount of women who can come, because, I've been to so many events where there's a speaker on stage and I want to talk to them, but there's 1,000 people in the room and I feel like I can't have access to them. And this is really a community that you have access to. And I'm just so excited to hug you in person and to pick your brain and all of the other women who are going to be there. So Alex, if people want to find you, if they want to learn more about you, would you mind sharing, any, Facebook groups, your website, any other way to contact you?
Yeah, absolutely. They can find me over at alexbadita.com or impressivity.net, because it's my brand, Impressivity. Remember, this word is going to be in the dictionary.
I think we can do it. Let's manifest that.
Yeah, that's on the list. And definitely on Instagram, Impressivity by Alexandra, or Facebook, Alex Badita. So you have plenty of options. I'm everywhere.
Good.
You'll definitely find me, I'm sure. And I'm honestly so excited to be there, to see you in person, to meet the whole tribe and the community, to connect with all these amazing ladies who are going to be traveling from everywhere around the world. It's so powerful to just be able to come together all in one place. So that is so, so cool. I'm so looking forward to it.
Beautiful. Awesome. Thank you so much, Alex, for your time, and we will see you soon. Have a great day, you guys. Bye.